Okay, guys, now you're going to use they're all factoring problems. You're going to use sums and differences on the same assignment, okay? A times C. Positive 1 times positive 24. That's 24. It would be a positive, obviously. So it's positive, so we need to use a sum, and the sum has to equal 10. 1 and 24, that does not add, adds, we're adding. Sum means we're adding. No, 24 divided by 2 is 12. 2 plus 12 is not 10. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 3 plus 8 is not 10. It's close. Close don't count. It's got to be exact. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. So I've got minus, so you got minus 6. And a sum means the signs have to match. Okay? So x minus 4 times x minus 6. A times C. Positive 1 times negative 30. That gives me a negative product. So instead of a sum, we'll look for a difference of 13. So now I subtract the factors, not add them. So 1 and 30, that's 29. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 15 minus 2 is 13, okay? So I've got plus 13, so you got to have plus 15, and difference means they're the opposite signs, okay? They can't match. So it's x minus 2 times x plus 15. Okay. A times C, so 1 times negative 24. That's a difference. It needs to equal 2. 1 and 24, that is not a difference of 2. That's 24 minus 1 is 23. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 12 minus 2 is not 2. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 8 minus 3 is not 2. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 minus 4, bingo. You're going to have minus 6, and difference means they can't match. They have to be opposite. So it's x plus 4 times x minus 6. Okay, next up. A times C, so we're going to have 1 times 14. It's positive 14, so we're going to be looking for a sum of 9. Again, somebody's like, how do you know if it's a sum or difference? I just said that. If you multiply those two and it's positive, that's a sum. If you multiply these two and it's negative, that's a difference. That doesn't add up to 9. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Bingo. Minus 9, so you're going to have minus 7, and a sum means the signs have to match. So x minus 2 times x minus 7. If you multiply that out, you get what you had originally. One times negative 50. That's going to be negative 50. So I got a negative, so it's a difference of 5. 50 minus 1 is not 5. That's not 5 either. 50 divided by 3 is a decimal, so if it's a decimal, we don't write it. Decimal, don't write it down. 5 and 10. What's 10 minus 5? It's 5. So I've got minus 5, so minus 10, and difference mean they're opposites. They have to be the same. They can't be matched if on a difference. So x plus 5, x minus 10. A times C, 1 times negative 54. That's a negative. So again, I'm looking for a difference that would equal 3. 1 and 54, 54 minus 1 is not 3. Divide by 2, you get 27, so 2 and 27, that's not 3. Divide by 3, you get 18. 18 minus 3 is not 3. Decimal, don't even bother. Decimal, don't even bother. 6 and 9. 9 minus 6 is 3. So plus 3, so you're going to have plus 9. And difference means they can't match. They have to be opposite. So x minus 6 times x plus 9. A times C, so I got 1 times 66. That's positive. There's no negative in there, so it's positive. And I'm looking for a sum, meaning I'm going to add to make 17. That's 67, not 17. 2 and 33 is 35, not 17. 3 and 22. 22 plus 3 is not 17. Decimal, don't bother. Decimal, don't bother. 6 and 11. What's 11 plus 6? 17. Minus, so you have minus 11, and the sum means you have to have a match, so you need a minus 6. So x minus 6 times x minus 11. Last one. A times C, positive 1 times negative 66. Negative 96, sorry. That's negative 96, and I'm looking for a difference of 4. 96 minus 1 is not 4. 2 and 48. 48 minus 2 is not 4. 3 and 32. 32 minus 3 is 29. It's not 4. 4 and 24. 24 minus 4 is not 4. Decimal, don't bother. 6 and 16. 16 minus 6 is 10, not 4. Decimal, 8, 12. What's 12 minus 8? It's 4, okay? There we have it. You have minus 4, so you got to have minus 12, and a difference means you have a non-match. So if that's minus, that's plus. So it's x plus 8 times x minus 12. That is how you factor trinomials.